Hi, I'm Yo-Yo Ma, and I want to welcome everybody to tonight's Living Room Open Mic with Natasha Thomas. Now, I want to tell you that one of my favorite days in my life was my visit to Flint in 2019. Natasha was one of my hosts, and I was shown a Flint that was so amazing, filled with young people, with talent, with resilience, with stick-to-itiveness, and with creativity. And I realized that Flint is a place where people make and build things. So tonight, I hope that you open your hearts to show who you are, because in my experience, and myself included, I didn't know who I was until once in a while someone would say, I know who you are. I know you can do this. And suddenly I felt that energy that gave me the courage to go do something. And I think tonight, by opening your hearts, your heads, and your making hands, and declaring who you are to one another, you will show what an incredible, strong, and resilient community you all are, both individually and together. So go to it, have fun, enjoy.
So who's single? Any single people? Woo! I know, it's like, sorry, like, woo! It's like two of us, it's okay. Yeah! Well, I asked particularly because I feel like, first, if you're single, that's, for some people that's already an issue, but I feel like if you're a single woman, a lot of times people are like, well, why are you single? Like, what's wrong? So this is a poem that I did. It's called Single Ladies. It's for single ladies. A man was confused when he asked this woman why she was single. And I wondered how he could look at her and see one, how he could see single. This woman comprised of a few billion cells, a few billion ways of being and loving and seeing. This woman has never been single. Look at how the parts of her cling and cleave to one another. Look at how the chains inside her, all the cells and tissues and organs become body, become minutes, become memories, become hours, and understand that the days and the devotion and the years and the lifetimes, this woman has never been single. She is a church and a fellowship within herself. She is a full congregation. She is a nation of one, a conversation fat with endless topics. She has layers so dense and nuanced that she could hide in them forever if she wanted to, and no one would ever find her inside of herself. She's never been single. There's no such thing as a single woman, because woman by definition is already a multitude. Let us not rearrange her existence or spell her name in the same scrambled and thirsty alphabet with which some of us have defined ourselves. Our definitions of her never take root in her heart. She owns herself in every room she sets foot in. Lion woman, she is big, beautiful, a bowl full of food and bread that feeds and nourishes and sustains every person and every situation that she encounters. She is never, nor will she ever be single. She is not anyone's lack of imagination, nor limited vocabulary, nor narrow life experiences, nor monolithic fears, nor raging insecurities. She is not the abuse, or the sexism, or the patriarchy. She is not the economic disparity, nor is she the disenfranchisement, nor is she the rape culture, the honor killings, or the glass ceilings. She is not pay inequity, nor is she the double standard. She is not the intimate partner violence, nor is she the slut shaming. She is not the oppression, nor is she the shrunken violent. Some days she is lone wolf. Some days she is divine mother. Some days she is wild lover. Some days she is protest and riot. Some days she is silence. But she has never, ever been single. So today is her debut as the Two-Spirit Griotess. Y'all give it up for RAZJEA.
Human stop signs protecting the hood better than red coat guards at Buckingham. All right. The hood be a palace of mistreated dreams, of unclean kings and queens. I'm talking fake rappers and real hustlers. Busted knuckles, cause if you ain't grinding, then what you doing? Battle scars, cause this city lends you the same sly hand that puts you on your back. A city where tired is a lifestyle, where rest is a blunt stuck on lips between work shifts, where
that's right.
where handshakes resemble punch clocks and the workday never stops. Got more blocks than kindergarten and more corners than hexagons. A city hexed upon with economic suffering. For every one church, there's 2 liquor stores. Pick your poison. For every one school book, there's 2 jail cells. Pick your poison. These streets ain't made for your Mercedes, baby. Got potholes big enough to swallow you up whole. Everyone in Flint is named Jonah, so fuck what you heard. We don't love round here, we love round here. Carry weight like 5 tons round here. We carry weight like 9 mil round here. And yo, we slanging whenever we need a meal round here. Got lead in the water, but foot the bill round here. In the streets, they teach the babies how to kill round here. I asked fate about a time when Flint ain't so gritty. She say when hell freezes over, so I showed her my city. Too cold for love. Big hearts turned rigid icebergs, but Flint put hustle in my blood, in my joints, in my bones. Arthritic rhythms in the sound of paper stacking. Osteoporosis, I can feel my bones snapping, but it doesn't affect the sense of urgency in my step. If I ain't got it today, trust, I'ma have it tomorrow. Artistry where drugs be potent, and I'm the one that's chosen. Resurrecting positivity like it's the 3rd day. I say she gave me 2 pens and 5 pieces of paper and said feed 100,000. Art is the homecoming of the Messiah and the Armageddon in Flint. Forget what you heard. Flint bred fingertips as paintbrushes and minds of Picasso and Basquiat. Bred hard work and tough skin, so forget what you heard about my city. Cause everything that is Flint made me.
I go by Matt D. I'm an urban farmer too. And I guess if I could say anything, I would ask you, could you please, could we think about the land and put into words the feelings we know but may not fully understand about what is truly valuable, not just in weight but in virtue? Because when you got an empty stomach, nobody has to tell you. When we fill the soil with ideas that try to make the mind grow, it's like a partially opened eye looking through a painted window. What we see isn't natural. We got the prescription direction, operated health care less, the nutrition sickness, brought to you by gangsters, planning outlaw ownerships of barbed wire democracy. Welcome one and all to the mental prison theocracy. Because the hand that feeds is wearing a badge and a glove. When politicians lie, it's never about love. To them, we're like animals afraid before the slaughter because everybody's a victim when we're all just following orders. Yeah. So don't cry about injustice with a voice full of pain. Unoccupy your fear and send hope down the drain. Make a plan for yourself and grow and attack, because the earth won't be ours until we take the land back. Grow food in your yard.
Just keep it going for Natasha, for Frankie, for Linda, for Jennifer, for Hervila, for all of yourselves for coming out tonight. I'm so excited to be in this living room stage. So I'm going to try to give us a little boost in energy, but that requires your guys' participation. So we're going to pretend this is a DVR poetry show. You guys know DVR, right? So if you hear something you like, or you see something you like, you don't have to just let it go. You don't have to wait for commercials. You can actually say, rewind, and I'll take it back. All right, so we can just test that. If you guys go ahead and just say, rewind. So we'll just test that. If you guys can just go ahead and say rewind. So I got a couple poems here tonight. I think this first one I wrote about mid-year last year, trying to be a little more hopeful. 2020 was calculus, diamond tipped like drinking gravel. So I hope your new year is soft, gauzy, marshmallow fluff instead of all that broken glass. I hope life wears kid gloves, that January is snoozed alarms, sweatpant inaugurations, cocooning comforters, and so much silk replacing itchy burlap. I hope life wears kid gloves, that January is snoozed alarms, sweatpant inaugurations, cocooning comforters, and so much silk replacing itchy burlap. I hope your worst roommates are stuffed animals and pets that look like stuffed animals. Yes. That your days are cotton candy and bubble baths, shag carpeting in between your toes. I hope vaccines flow like a chocolate fountain, that guns only fire gumdrops, that body cameras can't be turned off, that suicides get spoilers and a rewind button. I hope what keeps you up at night is excess Netflix, not existential. Is it when will there finally be justice, but did Carol Baskin kill a tiger and feed it to her husband?
Rewind.
I hope what keeps you up at night is excess Netflix, not existential. Is it when will there finally be justice, but did Carol Baskin kill a tiger and feed it to her husband? I hope you can find hope where others see only oncoming traffic, that the mirror lies and the scale flatters, that clocks fall back every Saturday, sneaking extra hours into your adventures. I hope ominous orange skies break blue and thunder rolls long before the storms arrive, that the winds bless every step you take in the right direction, and at 5:01 p.m. on Friday, a winning ticket tumbleweeds into your hands.
Give it up for DEONTA. DEONTA! Oh, DEONTA!
Hello. How y'all doing tonight? I usually got my guitar with me, but I ain't got it. But I got this song I wrote. It's called Close to You. And I wrote it about my beautiful girlfriend over there, Clarissa.
Hold on. We gotta get her name. This is a moment. What's her name?
Clarissa Wren.
Clarissa. Give it up for Clarissa. You gotta give it up for love when you see some love.
Alright, so here it goes. I lost my watch while I was running, lost my track of time. Girl, if you watch my 6, I watch it 12 and 3 and 9. Turn on the telly channel orange because you know that I've been thinking about you. And I toss and turn in my bed cause I can't sleep at night. And you've been absent for some time, is everything alright? Sometimes I'm happy, but you know sometimes we're gonna fight the things that we'll go through. So why do birds suddenly come around whenever you're around? You know I am down to always get close to you. Yeah. So why do birds suddenly come around whenever you're in town? You know I am down to always get close to you. There's nothing like spending cutie with the cutie. And rubbing her booty while she eats wings with blue cheese. I don't take the signs of green. Hey, I build myself up, don't lower the standards. You got a crazy side, but baby, I can manage. I know you've been broke, but I'll repair the damage. Plus, you're cool with my folks, they want you in the family. The wind will try to knock us down, but we're still standing. So why do birds, why do birds come around? 'Cause just like me, they long to be close to you now. Tell me why birds, can you tell me why they suddenly come around? 'Cause just like me, they long to be close to you. There you go.
Hello, art family. Yeah, I love art too. And I came to the art walk like I do most months because I love really enjoying the vibes of those who are creative. And I usually start down at the Flint Area Arts Council, of which my car is parked back down there. And I wore my art jacket that I did. So I do all kinds of art. I love poetry. I love writing. I do wearable art, such as the art that I'm wearing today. And I don't know why I never did art as a career. My career was in community and economic development. And the poems that I wanted to share with you today are old poems that I wrote a long, long time ago. One I wrote in high school. And boy, you can see my hair is gray now. How did I remember it? But, you know, I was one that really loved our people. And growing up, you know, I really sought an understanding of what it meant to have Black pride.
One move, one woman, one life, time is clicking. A woman in the arena, conquering many battles, strategizing on battlefields with many names. Classism, sexism, misogyny, racism, heterosexism, economic inequality, trauma, and depression. As she builds many relationships in the world, she continues to be between the crossroads of understanding her and reality. And the vision is beyond her sight. I can think about many realities in the world, but I want to start with mine. Standing in the arena where my ancestors were raped, killed, and betrayed. And I wondered, how do they continue to be strong? Because I serve them every day, because their truth lives within me. And as the space of wisdom and growth, I continue to be graceful and fearless in every arena. I know who I am confident in my abilities, and through everything that I do, I express my power by being authentically me. My first love is the unconditional, unapologetic Black woman that I was born to be. Yeah. The lethal weapon of my truth was living in me so deeply I couldn't turn away from it. And I was no longer afraid of falling, because in fact, if I had scabs, I would see. However, it's the healing that allowed me to be free and no worries, because I'm just me. Back into the arena where wounded opponents are in battle, picking scabs and empty hearts, and living in a system with soul cries. Why do they hold on to this unsettling truth during this battle? And as I stand with the sword of the divine love, I tap into a higher version of myself, a high being of light. And I notice that this war is bigger than me. Only time can tell when this battle is over, but in reality, I am the woman in the arena. It does not decide if I win or fail. It decides that I walked in here with no fear, because I am my ancestors' wildest dreams. And given my standing, I know that my victory serves me, and the generation behind me will know my triumph. It is always through love, courage, truth, and vulnerability. Thank you.
You gotta excuse me. It's probably 35 years old, and it's based on a true story. I was in Detroit by my damn self. I had $10. I needed gas. But I was observing. I was on the east side. There's two guys. They manning the gas station. It's almost like you got to pay them to pump your gas. So I didn't have a gun, no weapon. I just had me, 150 pounds. So that's another story in itself. I got my gas, but I wrote the story based on that. So you guys ever pump gas and let's say you give them $20. You ever notice when you get to 1990, it just goes, and then you're going to wait. So all of a sudden the gas goes, boom. Then it's at 1990. It seems like the longest 20 seconds in the world. So just bear with me. Pumping your gas and you watching your back. And a man walks up on you like he's smoking crack. You say, man, can I get $1? You try to stay cool. You don't want to holler. You say, hey, man, step back because you're making me nervous. I don't need your help anyway. Can't you read? It says self-service. The man walks away rejected, kind of slow. He appears homeless, got nowhere to go. You say a little prayer to yourself, thank God I'm strong, I'm able to survive. But I don't feel too blessed, got no one's got to give him a five. You say, man, reach down, come on, man, make it fast. Pump the rest of this gas.
Please give it up for Habiba.
Okay, so I am not a poet by any means. So I am going to recite a poem from Asada Shakur. This is a poem when I read her autobiography. This poem really spoke to me. As a child and as my mother and just living life as a mother. So here it goes. Asada Shakur to my mama. To my mama, who has swallowed the American dream and choked on it. To my mama, whose dreams have fought each other and died. Who sees but cannot bear to see a volcano eating its own lava. To my mama, who couldn't turn hell into paradise, but blamed herself, who was always seen reflected in her mirror an ugly duckling. To my mama, who takes on demands of anyone because she don't think she can afford to. She thinks her money talks louder than her womanhood. To my butch femme mama, who was always taking care of business, who has never drifted hazily to sleep, thinking he'll take care of it, who has schemed so much she sometimes schemes against herself. To my sweet, shy mama, who is uneasy with people because she don't know how to be phony and is afraid to be real, who has longed for sculpted gardens, whose potted plants die slowly on the windowsill. We have all been infected with a sickness that can be traced back to the auction block. You must not feel guilty for what has been done to us. Only the strong go crazy. The weak just go along. And what I thought was cruelty, I understand was fear, that hands stronger than yours and wider than yours would strangle my young life into oblivion. Mama, I am proud of you. I look at you and see the strength of our people. I have seen your struggle in dark, the world beating on your back, dragging your catch back to our den, pulling your pots and pans out to cook it, a mop in one hand, a pencil in the other, marking up my homework with your love. The injured have no blame. Let it fall on those who injure. Leave the past behind where it belongs and come with me to tomorrow. I love you, Mommy, because you are beautiful, and I am the life that springs from you. Part tree, part weed, part flower. My roots run deep. I have been nourished well.
I'm back. I took a coffee break. So I've been writing a lot lately, and I left my book, so I apologize that I don't have a lot memorized. So I'm going to, 11 years ago, I read an article about a 7-year-old girl that was raped in Trenton, New Jersey. It was really bad out there at the time, and the story just kind of like struck me because I believe my daughter was 11 at the time. So I was like, come on, this can't happen. But what happened was her sister took her to a party with her. You know, mama working 2-3 jobs, gotta take you everywhere I go, like that. So I hope I don't get too emotional. It's real brief, real short. It touched my heart because her sister, they raped her sister, and then they gave her sister like some candy and $20 to rape her little sister. So it's just horrible. It's horrible. All right. Plus my degree in criminal justice, so I don't play that shit. Okay. Precious Lord, take her hand, lead her on, help her stand. She is weak and she is tired by the hands of men that had one freaking desire. How can she live her life like it's golden when the innocent one she had, you all have stolen? And innocent she can never get back. But I'm praying that her mental becomes stable, her body becomes able to continue on and know it was only a test, even though that was a sick-ass mess. Thank you.